today in our session, we are going to talk about the spin model. Spin model is again one of the types of selling techniques that is used by many salespersons. It is mainly focused on asking questions to customers and offering them the solution. Though this type of selling is used by mainly salesperson for customers who are already existing users, or else are have an idea of what the product is. In such type of selling, we generally do the selling that by understanding our customer rather than persuading them to buy the product. Spin, as the name suggests, is the process of asking situation questions, problem questions, implication questions, and need payoff questions. That is what spin stands for. So these are the four basic ideas that are to be addressed by a salesperson while selling it to the clients and talking to them. So in this case, let's take an example that I am selling the technique of I'm a GMAT consultant, and I am selling my product or services of GMAT to a person who has taken GMAT already. So let us assume that the client is aware of what GMAT is, and he has given the exam, and he has scored very less, and so he has called me to discuss the way in which we can extend our help to him. The meeting definitely starts with the greeting and asking the prospect, the person, about the background information. This would facilitate the client to get an opportunity to open and talk about his failures and faults. It would also make me understand as to what level he is committed to get the result. Is he really serious to go for an consultancy services for GMAT, or he's just trying to gauge the feeling of what could be his prospects if he goes with a consultancy of GMAT. So yeah, it would give me an opportunity to understand the client or any other salesperson. If he's using the spin model, he can understand that whether his client's requirement is really serious, or he's just trying to have a feel of it. Obviously, it would be my utmost concern to make him speak maximum so that I can understand what the problem is. So as you see that we are gradually moving from the situation based questions. Now you have an idea of what the prospect is, how he has done his background. Now I'm moving towards what his problem is. Now this problem, people generally don't speak up if it is a personal problem like this, or else people might speak up if they are an existing user and they want to tell you about their bad feelings with the product or the service that they have used so far. Here in this case, since a personal problem of failure, so definitely I would make the prospect speak as much as he can, so that I can understand what are the reasons behind him scoring a lower GMAT score. So that would be the problem thing, the problem question. That what is the problem? The problem is his GMAT score, a lower GMAT score. Now what are the reasons for this problem? It could be that he did not prepare. It could be that he was not able to find an appropriate college, and he's not able to get through the admission process, or he's not able to understand the ranking, he's not able to calculate the return on investment, and there can be many reasons for his failure in the GMAT examination. So this would definitely constitute mainly of the problem section. Now the implication of a low marks, implication of not understanding the college, of not understanding the ranking, of not able to calculate the return on investment, and focusing on the colleges which he needs, would definitely have resulted in his failure. So we can see that we started from the situation based question, we moved into the problem based question, and now we are going into an implication based question. Now the implication based question again is like for us, rather for a salesperson to understand what are the reasons for his failure and how this can be improved. Now how this can be improved is the next part, is the need payoff question. Now as and when we have discussed with the client the his situation, his problems, and the problems, what implication these problems have, we are in a position to uh, give them the solution, or rather to suggest them what can be the best. Now there are two ways of doing it. Either you can immediately give a solution to the person or the prospect or your client, or you take some time, you buy some time for him, that you would get back to him on this. Now in my suggestion, I would definitely ask salespeople to analyze the situation, his problems and implications, and then suggest him the solution. You should have a foolproof uh, uh, plan of how you approach the solution, and in what way it satisfies to the customer, because this is the point which is most important in the entire conversation, and it would be a deciding factor whether the client would go ahead with the process, or he would break through. So yeah, I would definitely ask him for some time as to what, I mean, how we can, or what I can best suggest him. And in my next meeting, when I meet him, I would propose this solution to him, or what my company would do to solve his problem of low marks. I would concentrate on the areas he has to focus, how he has to focus, and what he has to focus to maximize his score. I would also uh, inform him about the implications of a lower marks in detail, and the pros of a higher marks in detail, so that he has a complete idea of whether he should go for a solution or not, or whether he should go for a management consultancy or not, or how can my company could benefit him. So you have to make them see the long term benefit, the long term aspect. This is where this is what we generally say as need payoff. Need payoff is the same thing. Yeah, so I would make him understand that a high marks in GMAT is a gateway to many future opportunities, including jobs, and additionally, obvious what the other repercussions of a low marks if he continues with the same technique. So this would be the approach. Now, as I have said in many of my sessions, that we have to um, have a feeling, I mean, we have to show the customer whatever our product or service is. So it is just like seeing is believing. Until and unless a prospect or client faces or realizes the need of any XYZ product, he can definitely he's not going to understand the full benefit, the entire payoff it can give. So with respect to that, I would offer him a demo session so that he can have a feel of the changes that he need to incorporate. And I would definitely offer him other services that would be just as an add-ons, because to gain the order. But it depends, it really depends. It is not, it's a demo session, definitely I can say could be a necessity, but the few add-ons are not necessary. These are some things, these are frills that you can use for yourself, or rather the salespeople use for themselves at a later stage of grabbing the order. So post demo session, we need to analyze what the prospect understand and understood. How is he feeling? Is he okay with the techniques, and if he's okay with the consultancy, and just to have a feeling of what could be the next, what could be his or her next step. In that case, definitely, if it doesn't work out, or rather if you see that the order is being gripped out of your hand, then definitely I presume that the frills can be add-ons to your in this case to my customized way of package, like solution for the college selection, alumni reviews, and many other visa assistant. And as these would all act as frill tool to negotiate. So, if I want to summarize, I would like to tell you that spin model is the situation, problem, implication, and need payoff. It's something that starts with analyzing the situation, then the problem, because the situation has somewhere links to the problems as well, uh, and these problems have implications which the customer is facing. In this case, we saw that the customer is facing in terms of not being admitted to good colleges and scoring low marks. And then that is the point where the customer's input stops and the salesperson exact input starts. That is the need payoff. The need payoff is something very important in such kind of selling models, where a salesperson has to make the prospect understand how is it working, what is its benefit in the long term, and let him see the picture, the horizon. And this would be followed with a demo session to make him realize how we can benefit him, in what ways and senses we can do. So yeah, this would be my way of approach if we are dealing with a spin model of selling.